Welcome, welcome,
Welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the
Show.
JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome
Show.
to the JO Show. Welcome, welcome,
Welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the
Show.
JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the
Show.
JO Show.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen to the JO Show.
Welcome,
Welcome,
welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO
Welcome to
Show.
the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Yo, what up, though? It's your boy, man. It's your boy, J.O., the Unedited Podcast. What it do, man? This is episode 6, Dear Mama. This is a show where I'm dedicated to my mother. Her birthday just passed on Tuesday, so I wanted to show some love and just honor her on this day. So, without further ado, man, let's do
JO
it.
Show.
Chill, let's go, man. Y'all already know what it is. Look, that shoulder shit. You know what I mean?
Welcome to the J.O.
Shit.
Welcome to the JO
Come on.
Welcome to
Show.
the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO
Welcome to
Show.
the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Yo, what it do, man? It's your boy J.O. This is the J.O. Show, the Unedited Podcast. What it do, man? What it do, Skate? Hey, listen, this is episode 6, Dear Mama. Again, like I said, this is gonna be a dedication to my mom. Hopefully I hit on some points that you guys feel closely about your moms, because moms are powerful. We all know that. You know what I mean? We know that without the mom, without that mother making a sacrifice with her body to have you, we would be nothing. So, on this day, I just want to celebrate my mom and to all the moms out there um here and who have passed on. I salute you, and this is for you guys. Hey, listen, another episode 6, man. I want to thank everybody who's continued to show love, who has continued to show support, who has continued to push me to keep going, man. I shout you out in every show just because, when I do these shows, not only am I doing it for me, but I'm doing it for y'all because y'all the ones that are telling me to keep going, to keep getting at it. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to y'all, man. I'm so fortunate to be in this position again. Like I said, in all my episodes, man, I just been like, I sometimes I sit back and I think like, damn, I remember when I first said I wanted to do this shit. You know what I mean? Like when I first thought that, like, I can do this shit. And then trying to put it in motion and then continue and to see where it is, man. Like, and this is just a beginning, you feel me? Like this is just a beginning. Give it up for the JO show, man. This is the beginning, man. Hey, I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. Hey, check this out. Um, Dear mama, man. My mother, yo, like so my mother' birthday was August 2nd. That was Tuesday. And she would have been 75. May she rest in paradise. And my mom, man, she was so raw. She was so dope. Like it took me so long to like realize the shit now, but like, man, my mom was so raw, bro. She had 5 kids, man. My mom gave birth to 5 children, 3 boys, 2 girls. The 2 girls are the oldest. Then I got the oldest brother, the second oldest brother, and then myself, which is the baby. If you know what it's like to have multiple siblings and be the baby, then you already know what it is, man. My mom, she was very protective of me, but she allowed me to, you know, take my bumps and bruises, but she was still protective of me. I remember, I was so bored, man. I was about 6, 7. I was so bored in the house, and I'm asking my mom, "Mom, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I want to, I want to do karate, I want to do boxing and all that shit." And she like, "Listen, you better pick up a ball. I don't care what ball it is, but you better pick it up." And maybe like a week later, I'm at UDF. I will always call that shit United Dairy Farmers. I don't care what it's called. Uptown Mark. United Dairy Farmers. I remember going there and the coach, Mr. Johnson. Coach Johnson, he put up on us like, "Hey, y'all want to play football?" And I'm like, "Shh, yeah." I went back like, "Mom, can I play football?" Before I even got, "Can I play football?" Yes, yes, you can. Well, where is it? Where's the paper? I'll sign it. Like it was so crazy because I felt like being the baby. You know, my mom raised 4 kids before me. Four. Like, let's be real. I know how tough it is to raise one and to do it one, two, three, and 4 times over, and then decide to have another one, with me. And listen, by the time, I was of age to be to be real active, my mom, she like, man, yeah, you better find something to do. I am all played out. You know what I mean? So, that was something that I remember vividly. Like she was just like, boy, you better pick up a basketball. But my mom was she was so honest. She was true. Um, her heart was huge, man. My mother was 5'1". I don't know. I'll give her two. I love you, ma. I give you two. Um, but her heart was so huge. Her laugh was just infectious. Her smile, her love for sports. My mom loved sports. I mean, that was one thing about my mom that was real dope. Like my mom threw parties, like football parties and shit. And I remember the day that my mom decided to not be a Browns fan anymore, and it hurt my soul, but I understood it. I mean, I understood it now. Then I really didn't. But when I think about like all the years she probably went through rooting for the Browns, and then in the '80s, like, and I don't mean like the championship Browns, but like the Super Bowl era Browns. I don't know, how much she was into it, but I just remember the '80s. You know what I mean, when the Browns was fucking good, and we got the drive and the fumble, and for both of those games, my mom went all out. I'm talking about dog biscuits, cookies, um, cake, bone shake. I mean, food. I mean, barbecue. It was. I mean, my mom went all out for these playoff games, man. And both times they just blew a tire. And that last one, she was through. She was like, I am done. I am through. I ain't gonna ever be a Browns fan. And she went to Green Bay. She ended up being a Green Bay Packers fan. And I wasn't mad at her because, she could have went all the way left and then became a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, like a lot of the people in my family. But I ain't gonna get into that. That's for another episode. I'm gonna get to y'all about that shit. But yeah, I just remember my mom being such a fucking fan of sports, and that shit was raw. I mean, she was another reason why I played sports. Like, you know, um, telling me to pick up a ball, but I knew that she watched football. Like, I knew that, so that was the ball I was gonna pick up. I mean, basketball was fun. Baseball was stupid to me. No disrespect, but baseball was stupid to me. And football, I felt like, you can be aggressive. You can hit somebody without fucking getting in trouble, unless it's like, a illegal hit. But for the most part, you can tee off on somebody and it's all good. So yeah, I did that. And my mom was a big part of that. I mean, like I said, man, her heart just, I mean, over the top huge. I remember block parties. We had block parties, and my mom always made sure she did something to contribute. You didn't have to. I mean, it was encouraged that everybody, potluck style, but like you really didn't have to. Everybody didn't participate on the block party as far as making some shit shake. And our house was in the middle of the block, East Overland. What up, though? Hey man, shout out to fucking East Overland. What up, man? You already know. Hey, look, that top half though, like that half in between Goodnor and Lee Road, Cleveland Typewriter shit. Like, dog, my mom always contribute. Sleepovers. Man, I got so many of my homies who can remember sleepovers. Um, what I mean, my mom was just, I mean, she was just dope. And I lost my mom. I was 27. And I felt kind of robbed, because I mean at 27 and just hearing the stories of, my oldest sister Ronnie, what's up, baby? My second oldest sister, Kit Kat, hey boo. Um, my oldest brother, the dude that was on the fucking intro, putting that shit together, him 16. What up, bro? Um, my second oldest brother, JG. Shout out to you, boy. And it was me. But like to hear their story, because they're much older than me, and they had this vibrant My mom was the shit. I mean, my mom danced. My mom was like, on a newspaper, like, back in the day when it was probably tough for African Americans to even do anything. But, my mom broke barriers, I believe, just by being a dancer and standing out and, having people wanted to see her dance and like I said, playing dealer posts and everything. It was wild to know that. My mom was a fighter. I heard my mom used to put hangs on people. Not hands, but hangs. You hear me? Like, and again, my mom was like 5'1", 5'2". Didn't give a fuck. She was a giant when it came to putting in that work. And that was something crazy to know because if you know my mom, if you see my mom, you wouldn't even you wouldn't even consider thinking that she would be like super aggressive. And I remember taking some slaps and some punches and some elbows and some frying pans and shit from my mother, and they all came with force. Everything she came with always came with force. Even when I was in the whooping belt stage, she came with that. She came with that shit, man. That fire out. You know what I mean? And it trips me out now, man, because like I said, my mom was. I passed my look. I was taller than my mom by the time I was probably 10 years old, type shit, 10, 11. Like I had a little growth spurt and woke up one day and she was looking up at me. She sat down like, boy, what the fuck? Let me sit down and look at you. What is going on? It was just man, so many memories, dude. Like it's so wild, you know. That old saying, like I mean, you appreciate them more when they gone, and it's like you forget the time that they spent with you. You know what I mean? And like for me, like I was devastated. Like I was completely devastated when I got the news about my mom passing. My cousin Aaron, yo, sweetheart, to this day, I'll never forget that shit. You know what I mean? It has to be tough for someone not in the immediate, like my brothers nor my sisters told me. It was my cousin. And she came and got me, and we just riding around and she just hit me with that shit, and I didn't understand it until we literally got to the apartment where my mom was staying. And it was just one of the moments where like everything just stood still. Like everything was like blank. Like everything was dark. Like everything was just like it it was definitely a movie that wouldn't end. Like, it was the song that never ends. And dude, like I said, being the baby and being in a position where my mom, I had some great years with my mom, but I don't know. For some reason, my mom kind of, checked out a little bit, and I don't mean like mentally or like nothing like that, but like as far as you know, like raising the last one, what I mean, she kind of allowed for me to be raised in other ways. My pops, he was definitely there. I'm not gonna deny that. And football, like football was another outlet for me and for my mom. My mom, and she knew I was safe there. I mean, she definitely would come check and make sure I am there, and make sure I'm trying to get better at what I wanted to do. So, I thank her for that. And I just I don't know how to say that I wish that I was able to, tell her this now. And I know that, she looks down. I believe that, I believe that she is my angel. I do believe that she looks down and she, she watches what I do. She watches how I move. She saw me go through my struggles with my son. I mean, she saw all that, and she was with me to help me guide me through that. You know what I mean? And but I wish that I had a chance to show her in a physical form that your baby boy was all right. You know what I mean? I really wasn't in the best space, at the time when my mom passed. Like no, I really wasn't on my shit. Let's just be honest. I mean, this is the JO Show, the unedited podcast. And listen, if you miss any other episodes from this shit, don't forget to like, man, and hit that subscribe and hit that bell. You know what I mean? And share it and shoot the shit. But yeah, like I just couldn't. You know, I couldn't wish more than to be able to really have her see, how far her baby boy has come. Because this shit wasn't easy. This road was tough, and some of it I put on myself, and some of it was just not knowing, just being ignorant to a lot of shit that goes on in life. You know what I mean? And my mom, man, I just wish that I was in a better space. You know, it was a closed casket, so I never, I never saw her again. I remember the last conversation we had. I had my son with me. My son was probably 2, maybe 2, going on 3, and I had planned for me and him to go over there. We had spoke, and this was like a Sunday. You know what I mean? And then like Wednesday, I get the news, and it was just surreal. And fast forwarding to now, I just wish that I was in a better space. Like I wish she can see all the shit that I've been through, and where I've come out at, you know what I mean, in the physical form. But it's just crazy, man. My mom was very special. Like I said, she never held her tongue. She would tell you, like she said, how it ti is, and she gonna tell you straight to the point, like no bullshit, man. My friends loved her. Like it was like Miss Griffin was she was just dope. And I try to think about what I can, do to kind of just, pay tribute to her. And it was just kind of fitting that, I had her birthday coming up. So, I had my own little issues. I always got little issues on her birthday. It's birthdays, the passing anniversary, like days like that, it really fucks with me still. Um, and if there's anyone out there who has lost their mom, then you can definitely relate to what I'm saying. Like it's no easy way out of this shit. Like you know, years don't make it easier. It just makes me think like, damn, it's been almost 12 years. But it doesn't make it easier for me. I deal, I cope, I put myself around people that, can make me laugh and put a smile on my face so that I ain't gotta, be moping because I don't believe she would want me to be doing that. Not at this point. You know what I mean? Because she's seen how far I've come. So, I don't think she would want me to be moping around at this point, but it's just like I said, it just sucks sometimes, man. And I said, well, I got this show. I know she was definitely a part of my push to do the show. Why not just show her some love on an episode? And I gave her this Ep.6, Dear Mama, because I want her to know. If you haven't noticed by now, that's my mom over there in the cut. You know what I mean? Just wanted to make sure that she was visible, and you know, if I could tell her, like if I could see her face to face, I would want her to know that without her, first of all, telling me to pick up a ball, there's no telling where I would be because my mom understood that it was only but so much she can do. So she had to make sure I had an outlet besides the dumb shit. You know what I mean? She wanted to make sure that she just wanted to make sure that we had it better than we did. Like all parents should. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's to a fault, but you know, my mom, she did whatever it took to make sure that we were in the suburbs. Cleveland Heights, it was a suburb at one point. I love my city, but it has changed, is what I'm saying. But growing up, it was diverse. Everybody knew each other. The term "it took a village" was still strong. Everybody knew everybody on the street. Everybody spent the night over everybody's house. It was definitely something that's missing in this day and age as far as how we raise our children. But yeah, my mom made sure that she did whatever it took to have us in that position. Like my mom was from the hood, you know what I mean? And I can only imagine what she been through and what she dealt with and what she had to go through and what she fought through. And like I didn't get that when I was young. Like shit. All I knew was we was in Heights somewhere. You know what I mean? I didn't look at it as, she wanted to make sure that we just had it better than she did. And again, when she say, wait till you have your own, I get that. It makes perfect sense now. You know what I mean? And that's what just makes my mom so dope, man. She did whatever it took to get 5 through high school. Um, I did a year in college, didn't graduate, but, you know, she got 5 through high school. None of us are, you know, criminals or anything of that nature. You know, we all are law-abiding citizens. You know, all her kids are doing their thing. I mean, we stay like all her kids are close. I mean, you know, my siblings, man, I love them to death. You know, they I hope they know this. You know, man, like I said, my brothers and my sisters, like I can lean on them for anything. And you know, I know they got that spirit, they got that fight from my mother. I mean, we are all from my mother. My sister Sharon, she stepped up so much. Well, once mom passed, I mean, she stepped up. Like that's big sis mama. Like that's my big sis mama. You know what I mean? She made sure that we stay tight. She made sure we remain tight. I mean, that's from my mama. You know what I mean? Kit Kat, Karen, my sister, man, like my mama, dog. When I was fucked up and still trying to figure out my way, my sister took me in, and she not only took me in, but she nurtured me like my mom to make me realize, dog, you have so much potential to do whatever you set your fucking mind to, and you got to grow up and put your big boy pants on and do that shit. She got that from my mom and my brother Eric, man. I mean, we've been through the ringer. Like we've been through the ringer, dude. And he never wavered on me. He never turned his back on me. He never made me feel like, I would be scared to come to him for anything. Like he got that from my mother. My brother JG, James, man, like, he got this dog in him and this aggression, and that's kind of a mix of my mother and my father. But my brother James, he's just a dog, man, and he's aggressive, and he don't take no shit, and he made sure he put that in me. He got that from my mother. We all got something from my mom, man. And it's just crazy because as I got older, I started to realize that. And I wish I would have took advantage of that when I was younger. Probably made even some I probably would have made better decisions of the situations that I had in my life if I didn't take that shit for granted. Like that's just what you're supposed to do. You're my mother. You're supposed to feed me and clothe me and keep a roof over my head and make sure I'm safe and shit. I didn't really understand, how much that goes into that shit. Especially being like I said, my mom was a single mom as far as raising in a household. Like I said, my mom gave my dad permission to do whatever he want to do with us. You know what I mean? So it wasn't no ill will, no beef there. My dad was there. And same with Eric, Sharon, and Karen pops. Like, you know what I mean? They were there. You know what I mean? My siblings, we both had our parents, both of them, just not collectively in the house at the same time. You know what I mean? I had my father in the house maybe till about, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe. I think they got divorced around that time. But, you know, again, she never bitter baby mama nobody. You know what I mean? She never was like, you can't see that. She kept the door open. So again, for that, I thank her. Like, and it never registered to me because now as I go through my own situations, like, damn, leaving the door open is really making it about the father. You know what I mean? My mom was like that. She left the door open. She was never a bitter baby mama, I guess we call them nowadays. You know what I mean? My mother was a woman through and through. You know what I mean? She was raised by a woman. You know what I mean? My grandmother, may she rest in paradise. She was dope. You know what I mean? Classy, sassy. Don't play no shiznit though. You feel me? Like, man, the women in my family just don't play. Period. And yeah, my mom, man, she was just that lady. She would open the door to you. She would give you the biggest hug. I mean, my mother was just raw, man. And I'm glad to be in this position to at least, share with y'all and just kind of say it openly and get things off my chest about my mom. Because, like I said, 12 years. since she's been gone, and it hasn't gotten easier for me. And I just keep pushing and keep moving, but she's always with me, and I know that. So I just wanted her to know that, through the heavens, like, her baby boy is okay, and I appreciate everything she's ever done for me. You feel me? Like I wouldn't be nothing without this woman. My mother was dope, man. And I say that to reach out to those that still have your mother here. Even if your mother gets on your nerves, overprotective, still when you an adult, you know, aggravation, whatever little gripes and little things your mom has, man. If she's still here, you just embrace them and know she does it because she is a mom. Like she is a mom. Like these women, mothers, man, solid. Like you can't even imagine what real moms go through to make sure their kids is all right. And like I said, I wish I knew that then, but I definitely know that now. And I love my mother, man. I love her dearly. I miss her so. Um, I wish she was here so I can talk to her. I wish she can, see her grandson and see how much he's grown and, just, just have those moments, man. But, I don't say that to be somber. You know what I mean? I just wanna, you know, be honest and straightforward. Like, I do miss her and shit, I will always miss her. But hey, what do you do, man? You keep going, you keep living, you keep honoring your parents if they're gone. You know what I mean? If they're here, you still honor them. When you walk out the house, you still represent your parents, man. Gotta be a good representation of that. I got some moms that I just want to shout out. And first of all, I want to say to my family, look, there's so many women in my family that are moms. Y'all know how I feel about y'all. I love y'all. I watch y'all take care of y'all shit. I got some raw women in my family, my cousins, my aunties, like all y'all moms in my family. Please disregard me not mentioning you guys because, like I said, there's just so many names. I'm speaking on moms outside of the bloodline and moms outside of the families that still play that close knit kind of to the point where you can say their family. Like, I want to shout out those moms right now. So, like I said to my fam, I love y'all. Please don't be offended by this. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all know how I feel about y'all as women. I brag about each woman in my family, man. I think y'all are dope, independent, man, well-rounded, educated, sexy, classy women, man. I love my family, man. So please don't take this the wrong way. But I do want to shout out some moms, that has influenced me throughout the years and has, shown me that motherly love throughout my life. Um, Mrs. Metlock, I want to shout out Miss Roberts, Mrs. Horn, Miss Hill, Mrs. Bloodworth, Miss King, Mrs. Humphreys, Mrs. Ralston, Mrs. Hall, Mrs. Ferguson, Mama Gardner, Miss Benning, Mama Benning, Miss Nettles, Miss Kennedy, may she rest in paradise. Miss Stevens, may she rest in paradise. That's Travis Stevens' mom. May he rest in paradise as well. Miss Coleman, may she rest in paradise. Moms that has shown me the same things that I see in my mom. You know what I mean? I can only go off my mom or what a mom should be. But I always knew that my mom was a dope mom. My mom was a raw mother. My mother was there. My mother was consistent. My mother made sure we had. And, those names that I said, I saw the same qualities in those women that I seen in my mom. And I just wanted to shout them out while I'm dedicating this episode to my mom. I want to shout out those moms, like I said, that has been instrumental in my life and, just being who they are, man. Outstanding women who took on a responsibility and did that with the utmost and with the utmost class and respect. And I just wanted to, take that time to shout you out as well. So, um, listen, this is the Jo Show. This is the Jo Show, the unedited podcast. I'm your boy Jo, man. Um, Again, like I said, I dedicated this show to my mom. I wanted her to know that I love her and that I'm going to continue to do this because I know this is what I was meant to do. And I know if she was here, she would tell me that. So, Ma, I love you. I miss you. I'm gonna continue to do what I do. Um, Again, man, if you miss any of my episodes, if you just now jumping in on this one, you gotta be in there to be watching this right now. You gotta be in there. So while you get in there and while you in here watching this, hit that subscribe, man. Hit that like, ring that bell, share it, thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody who's showing me that love. I'm going to keep on going. This is the JO Show, the unedited podcast, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. And hey, yo, I'm out.
Welcome
Welcome.
to the J.O.
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show. Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the J.O. Show.